Hello everybody, this is Crowan from Church of the Wolf's Grove. Today I'm going to be showing you the books that I was taught from. I'm going to give you a brief description of why I was taught from those books and what the purpose of these books are to anyone who is beginning to practice in the craft. These are books I was taught from, these are books I've always gone by, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this and why I'm going to offer free courses and so on and so forth. So here's the books I was taught by, the three major ones. I'm going to give a brief description of the book, the author, the title, what it provides, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've learned from each book. So the first one I'm going to show you is A Witch's Bible, and it's by Janet and Stuart Farrar. Okay, this is a good book. It's got a really simple, basic guideline. As you can see, I've tabbed everything up here. It has all your Sabbaths in it, Imbolc, Spring Equinox, Beltane, Lughnasadh, and so on and so forth. It also has what I really like. I don't know if you can see these tabs or not here, but the Handfasting, Requiem, and Wickening in there, which is very good. And then in the back section, you've got your first, second, and third degree initiate rites. And it's got some other things in here. The reason this book is great is because it's very simple, basic guideline to a beginning practitioner who may or may not know how to, what incense to use or how to cast a circle or something around that. It won't go into the actual incense, but let's say, for example, incense as opposed to how to set it up, what to put on your altar, that kind of thing. It's very simple and basic book. It will help you with most everyday situations when you first begin your practice in the craft. So again, this is Witch's Bible by Janet and Stuart Farrar. This copyright date I have is, I don't know if there's even one in here, 1981 and 1984. So this one might be a little hard to find. Next one I'm going to show you is a fairly newer book. This is Wiccan Beliefs and Practices by Gary Cantrell. This one was copyrighted in, let me see here, 2003 by Llewellyn Publications. This book is very simple. It goes into the basics of the craft. It goes into the history a little bit, not by much. And some of the topics in it here. Definitions of pagan and Wiccanism. Wiccan philosophy. The Wiccan Rede. The Rule of Three. One thing I really like about this book, and it just occurred to me when I was looking through it, just give me some ideas. This right here. Chapter 2, fourth one down. The Wiccan Code of Chivalry. Okay? Most witches nowadays don't even know what that is, and it's a very, very good thing to learn and know. It's based on the old principles of, respect toward, Mother Earth, women, children, everything. That whole chivalry is not dead thing kind of aspect. Okay. It also has some rituals in it. The Sabbaths, the Esbits, the grounding, the centering, that type of thing. Then it has other rituals and spellcraft in it, divination, and so on. Okay, so Gary Cantrell, Wiccan Beliefs and Practices, 2003, Llewellyn Publications. Okay, now this one. Okay, this is Raymond Buckland, Complete Book of Witchcraft. This is every witch must have. I'm going to tell you why. Not only because of the author, because he's an awesome person, but this book is the simplest, basic, easiest book to learn from. Now, the only complaint about this book, and this is just how I was taught and learned, is the book itself is very well written. I've had the opportunity to meet Raymond Buckland, on occasion, a couple years back, at a witches ball in Columbus, Ohio. Great person, nice individual. The only thing I wish he would have done with this book, it's great and simple, it teaches a lot, but the way it was designed was not the way I was taught. I was taught a little bit differently. I didn't, just like any textbook, whether you went to school or college or any of that sort, I was not taught in order. And the reason for that is because it would have probably confused the heck out of me when I was learning, because I wouldn't know what certain things were. So my HPS went a roundabout way. I'm going to go more in detail in this book later on to show you the way I was taught and why and this and that and the other. But these are 3 basic books that I was taught from. And this particular book, copyright date is 2004. And again, it's also by Llewellyn Publications. So, I'm still looking hard to try to start some free online courses and make some things easier for those of you who are interested in the craft and want to learn the craft but don't have the time or the situations in life get in the way and you can't take time to go to see somebody, or you can't go to take time to take a course, or like me personally prefer one-on-one teaching, whether it be nowadays, unfortunately, Skype, video chat, whatever it might be. I am more of a one-on-one person. I'd rather sit down with you and talk to you about the craft and follow the views that I was taught and teach the views I was taught. That's how I prefer to be. But unfortunately, that's not how the world and society today works. I wish it did, but there's nothing I can do about that. So, also I want to touch a little bit on all the aspects of the craft. Okay, when one practices the craft, for example, after you through all the basics, circle casting, what the candles mean, where the candles go, where all the altar items go, so on and so forth. There is a huge opportunity for witches to explore. Okay? I mean, you've got, tarot card reading, you've got herbology, you've got alchemy, you've got potions, you've got all kinds of ideas that, fall into the ways of the craft. There is no right or wrong items or classes that you can get into. I encourage you to take as much as you want and learn as much as you want from that. I've learned a lot from where I start off to what I've become now, and I'm still learning, and I'm 36 years old. I'm still learning every day about the craft, or somebody says something, oh, I didn't know that, or that's a different way of doing this, I'm going to try it this way. And the thing about the craft you have to understand is, unlike any organized religion, we are not an organized religion. We do not tell you you have to follow a specific guideline of what direction you want to work from, how you want to set up your altar, how you want to set up your circle. We don't tell you that. We give you the basic guidelines of what the craft is, how things work in the craft, and we go from there. I prefer, me personally, to work from the north or the east, and some people prefer to work from the west, south, north, etc. There is no right or wrong way to do these things. Versus if you go to a church, the church has to face the altar has to face a certain way. This has to be no, we're not that way at all. So that's the one good thing about the craft. It's not an organized religion. It's not a religion where you've got to sit down and do things the same way each time, every week, week after week, and do the whole church stuff where you have to sit down and pray and do this for this person, do that for that person, and do this for this reason, that, and so on and so forth. So it is not an organized religion by any means. It is a specific group of people who follow what they feel is right, with certain guidelines to back up what they believe in. So I'm going to let you guys go. I want to give you a brief description of the books I'll be teaching from, and again the reasons why, and I've done that. So I think now I'm going to probably work on getting some more videos up, and hopefully I'll probably put a link here somewhere that you can comment on, and contact information and so on. At least one of these videos here in the future will have it. Thank you guys, and blessed be.